About to stack on my money back in the day, thought it was safer than bitch get to acting like she ain't gon' give me no neck. I'd rather go and count me some paper than razor blade saving that work when I got it. Mama was mad I was serving narcotic, but what was I supposed to be doing when I could see money and I ain't got nothing in my pocket? I'm working in pirate like everyday nigga. We be on the block, nigga serving them wop. Only be watching my pocket. I'm thinking about why that been winning my phone while I nodded. Dropping this dick on this little bitch that I had met. She had told me her nigga was locked up. Papa gon' try to be sneaky and trap out the crib, but the way that my wop. What's good, what's good, what's good? You already know what the deal is. It's time for that Culture for the Streets podcast hosted by Mafia and Paint. You know what I'm saying? I know it's kind of late right now, but you know what I'm saying? It's just been some things that been in my head, and I kind of got to get them out because it's something that play in my head every day. You know what I'm saying? And I heard Boosie say this before on an interview about staying down and the fact that everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? The journey, like, I get it because I heard this was told to me years ago, but I get why everybody can't go, because in the process of you transitioning to do something different and seeing a bigger picture and chasing goals, you might be surrounded by 1,000 people that agree to chase the same thing or agree to be motivated and had an ambition for the same thing, but everybody's level of determination and dedication is going to be different. And you know, like, for example, I'm just going to speak on personal experience, you know what I mean? Because 2019 was when I started Feet. And when I started, we started with like 21 people, right? Now, this is what I mean by everybody can't go. Because the situation was designed for us all to go. But when everybody don't see the bigger picture, you're going to have people bumping heads, you're going to have disagreements, and you're going to have people that take their own paths in the process when you're trying to do something as a whole. And when people go along to only want to worry about doing things for themselves, a group effort is irrelevant at that period and point. So getting back to what I'm saying about everybody can't go. And a female told me this before, far as, you know, you're gonna lose friends on your journey, you're gonna lose family on your journey, you're gonna lose relationships on your journey. I done lost some of all of that in the process of trying to get where I'm trying to go. And in the process, sometimes you just, you know what I mean, you got to let certain things you can't control go. Even if you try to control them, doesn't mean that those things stay in place. And once I understood that my journey and the way I looked at how I was trying to chase my goals was totally different from what people felt like they wanted to do when they was around me. Like, okay, I got these artists around me, but they want to rap, but they don't understand that rapping came with knowing the business. How do you make money off the money you invest in? If we doing something and we spending money, how does the profit come back? And you know, when you doing something so big like that and you got so many people around you, you got a whole bunch of different mentalities, whole bunch of different personalities. And in the process of dealing with stuff like that, you still gonna have family issues, you still gonna have relationship issues. And at a time when I was doing all these things, I had all those issues. I had family issues, I had friendship issues, and I had relationship issues too. but I seen the bigger picture. So at the end of the day, it was just certain things I was willing to let go of, whether I had control over them or not, because they wasn't healthy for me during the journey I was trying to take for myself. So you got to let certain things go because everybody's not going to be able to go, family included, your girl included, your friends included. And that's just how it is. And that played out in reality to me, because after that was spoken to me, I started to see these things play out in person. I started to see my setup of friends change. I started to see my friendships change. I started to see family I had around me might have been the wrong people I should have had around me. Maybe I should have had better people around me. Maybe I chose the wrong family members to be around me at a time I was trying to do something that I was trying to do. So at that point, being that they family, being that that's your blood, you discriminate, you give benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, that benefit of the doubt you give people when you chasing after something is the same thing that can kill the vibe to everything you trying to do. So at the end of the day, how do you really win if you worried about everybody else and they not even worried about winning? And my whole point with saying everybody can't go, because in the position I was in, I felt like if everybody just keep their head in the game, we gonna win. This is a win-win situation. But like I said, you're gonna be dealing with people that got different personalities. You're gonna be dealing with people that got, you might be dealing with this nigga, and this might be your business partner, but his girlfriend control the relationship, and because she control the relationship, she control how you and your business partner do business, because just like that, at the snap of a finger, she controls the relationship. She wears the pants. So now he doing everything that she say, trying to appease her, when really it's a big picture to this. Because if we go and make this happen, both of our situations live that much better. Both of our families live that much better, because you have things in place that can hold you back from the things you're trying to do. It could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be family. These things can hold you back if they not around you for the right purposes. And I done seen these things happen, you know what I mean? And in the process, I feel like I've been blessed in a certain amount of ways, because I took losses. I lost I lost a lot. I lost people, I lost friendships, I lost bonds. It's a lot of things I lost that I didn't care to ever get back. But it was also things that I lost that I cared to get back. But like I said, it's gonna be some things that you can't control. All you can do is keep hustling, keep doing what you gotta do. And in the process, I always feel like, had I tried to stay in place and be the mediator for everybody else, knowing that the bigger picture was what we was trying to put together, it never would have happened. The things that I'm seeing right now, the things that I get to look at, the things, the progress, the accomplishments, the goals that I could write off the bucket list. You know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't have seen them, because it was a lot of people that was just in the way, because they wasn't trying to put the same amount of effort in with me to get where we was trying to go. So in return, it halted the whole situation. Now, when I say I took losses, I'm talking about I lost loved ones. And when I say I lost, they passed away. I also might have fell out with loved ones. On top of that, I lost relationships. On top of that, like I said, my circle of friends, it changed drastically about everything, because I understood that what I'm trying to do is more important than even myself. Because if I do it right, this can take care of my kids. So when you think about everybody can't go, you got to understand you can't discriminate who you may lose, whether it be a partner, far as your significant other, or a friend or a family member, far as that you just ain't seeing eye to eye with, because I done had all these things around me and none of them helped me get where I was trying to go. Now I can say it's pieces to this puzzle that did play very big parts, and I have to pick up the weight for that every day, because these is family members of mine that's locked up. And when I say this, I'm saying free cash.
And I'm saying free my nigga V, because that's my business partner. So at the end of the day, we built something that, in my eyes, coming from where I'm coming from, because I'm speaking in a businessman perspective, I'm not speaking like a street nigga. You know what I mean? I'm talking like a businessman, a nigga that's really, you know what I'm saying, trying to do business. So at the end of the day, I just feel like me and my business partner didn't see eye to eye about a lot of shit that was going on in the street. So that caused us to not see eye to eye enough to not be around each other to do the things that we normally do with each other that got to do with what we was doing. And in return, I lost my nigga to the street because he caught charges and ended up with 10 years in the feds. Now, this goes back to me saying everybody can't go. It ain't that everybody sometime ain't gonna go because they can't. Sometimes the streets gonna take them away. We from the streets. So when I'm saying this as a street nigga now because I'm from the street. So when I say we not always gonna be able to go, not by choice, but sometimes the streets gonna take us away from the situations. And I done had that situation happen to me before too, as an artist, and had opportunities to be on labels and stuff like that, and spoil them opportunities being a street nigga and going to prison. So to see these things play out with my cousins, you know what I'm saying? One being my business partner, the other one being my artist. I seen two very important pieces to what we had or what we got going on. Because let me tell you this, everything's still going on. It didn't stop nothing. Why? Because the nigga that brought this shit to the table was a smart nigga, and we ain't gonna do no giving up. Just like we ain't gonna forget about the ones that put the work in, whether the streets took them away from the situation or not. You know what I mean? But I understood more and more as I was going through stuff like that because I lost. I ain't gonna say lost a relationship, but what I was doing and my relationship at the time, it didn't match. So I chose to go about doing what I do now because that's where I wouldn't have got here. If I'd have focused on my relationship, which was broken at the time and toxic, I wouldn't have got here. So how do I get here if I'm focused on all the wrong things? Just like I just said, I got away from my cousin because we wasn't seeing eye to eye about some shit in the street. And in return, the streets took my cousin off the street. You see what I'm saying? So both of them. So sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice time, man, a little bit of everything. It comes with sacrifices, and we ain't talking about no Illuminati type thing. We talking about real sacrifices like time, money, discipline. Like it's gonna be a lot of times you gotta have dedication about this because you can't make it to do anything if you don't really put your effort forth. And if you ain't out there, it's just like a hustler. You can have all the dope in the world, nigga, but if you ain't outside on the block in the hood emptying out your bag, you ain't putting no money in the safe. It's just flat out as that. And it's the same thing in business. When you doing business, you got to hustle your business. And like I said, if you start with a group of people, but they ain't moving like they supposed to be, that hints to what I mean by everybody can't go. Same as a relationship. You over here trying to transition into being a legal boss, but your girlfriend wanna just be in the way like all the rest of the broads. She not gonna fit your lifestyle no more because you transitioning into something else. So that don't fit you no more. You now need a female that could be around you that could maintain these things that you doing and help you run these things that you doing. What if something happened to you and now it's on her to manage, orchestrate, see everything through? If she dumb because all she knows is the streets and the club, everything you work for go down the drain. So everybody can't go. Once you start changing and you start doing different things, the people around you gonna change. The type of women you like gonna change. Your friends gonna change because the energy that you giving out and the things that you doing with your time don't match the people that you around. So it's not always a bad thing to say everybody can't go. Sometimes it's a good thing because you can't prosper with all the interruptions in your way. And in my situation, every day I'm reminded of my family being locked up and being gone because they was part of the situation, and they also helped create this atmosphere with me. So it's not like I could just forget about them, and I wouldn't forget about them because we just got certain things going on with each other as far as these ties to the street. But these is my blood relatives. You feel me? And they was part of something that we created, and I'm still carrying the torch and I'm still waving the flag for it. And at the end of the day, it just makes me understand that everybody can't be your friend. Everybody not gonna be your family, and every female that you fuck with ain't necessarily gonna be built for the way you trying to live. It ain't no different from just being a street nigga. When you outside, you choose your bitch by how you moving around. That's why a lot of niggas got a club, like a bitch that like to go out all the time, a broad that do all the ratchet broad shit. Why? Because that's what you see most of the time. We outside, we in the street. That's what you see most of the time. But when you change and your mentality change, the women gonna change too. How you deal with women gonna change too. Your situation gonna change for the simple fact that you see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is always more important than yourself. Like me, what I'm working towards, I don't need lazy niggas around me. I don't need niggas with no motivation around me. I don't need no niggas around me that ain't trying to do what I'm trying to do, because we ain't gonna make it that way. I'm not gonna make it with me being the starting player and then I got 6 niggas with me. Well, 4 with me, but they act like bench players. So 1 starter and 4 bench players. What are we really gonna achieve with that? Nothing really. You know what I'm saying? Hence the why I stay in the house. I don't go out. It's a lot of I go take trips and stuff like that. It's just a lot of unnecessary stuff I don't do no more. Why? Because why go to the store and buy Balenciagas, nigga, when I can put that money in investments where I can double my money back? I don't get my money don't double off these shoes I bought. Yeah, I might get a couple bras to sit on my wood, but that don't make living better for me, you know what I'm saying? And it's about living for me, you know what I'm saying? I've been took a lot of losses, and I done experienced what the streets got to offer. I done seen the streets swallow hella niggas up. I done seen killers not make it. You see what I'm saying? I done seen niggas that shouldn't have got life sentences get life sentences. I done seen niggas make life or death decisions. You know what I'm saying? And they chose life and end up with life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when we come from the streets, everybody ain't gonna be able to go. I want to see everybody make it out the hood. I want to see everybody in my city be successful. I want to just see everybody that's just trying to be entrepreneurs do what they do. But if you come from the streets, understand this: everybody can't go, and they ain't gonna go. So you know what I'm saying? We gonna see people lose, we gonna see people win, and we gonna see people disappear at the same time. At the end of the day, you just gotta understand that's how life works in itself. You can grow up with 50 friends. Now that you 35, out of them 50 friends, you probably close friends with 3 of them. So you mean to tell me 47 of them niggas that you kicked it with every day, smoked blunts with every day, that you would ride or die with every day, you grew up and you only cool with 3 niggas out of them 50? In the process, you're gonna lose a lot of shit, whether it be family, friends, or relationships. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And like Boosie said, everybody can't go. You gotta stay down. It ain't everybody turn. Everybody time gonna come, but you gotta stay down. You'll watch a rapper on TV stay down till he come up, but you don't know how to stay down till you come up. Make it make sense. A lot of you niggas is backwards. That's why a lot of you niggas is broke. That's why a lot of you niggas is unproductive. I'ma holler at y'all in the morning. It's time for that. Culture for the streets. Mafia and Paint, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Hit that subscribe button. Ding the notification bell. Because we really finna turn up in 23. They gonna want to ban us because we ain't biting our tongue for none of these bitch ass niggas. You know how this shit go, man. Tap in.